Uncharted is a slow-paced, massively multiplayer online strategy game where you can build your space empire over the course of several weeks. The goal of the game is to colonize planets, gather resources, ally with other players, and amass fleets of ships to devastate enemies. You need only check in on the game a few times per day to update orders. Phone notifications and email or text notifications will alert you to important events, such as spotting enemy units or receiving messages from other players. In this video, you'll learn to explore and conquer the Uncharted galaxy. This is the main view of space, which you'll see upon logging in. You can see your home planet in the middle of the screen, which is surrounded by 3 turrets and 2 fleets. To select units, you simply click on them. Note the large gray circle, which indicates the radar range. You will only be able to view objects in space that are within the radar range of one of your units. The red circle indicates the combat range. To get more information about your planets or fleets, you can double-click on them. For example, this is the fleet view. Here you can see the attack value, armor, stockpile capacity, resources being carried, and speed of the fleet. Fleets are composed of groups of ships. You can get more information about the ships by clicking on them. This fleet contains 1 level 1 colonizer and 1 level 1 junker. You can zoom out with a back gesture or a pinch gesture. This is the planet view. You can see that this planet has 1 mine and 1 factory. The number in the middle of the planet tells you the number of resources on the planet. As you mine the resources, they move from your planet into your stockpile, and from there you can use them to build ships or buildings. Space Uncharted is a large multiplayer game, so you'll want to zoom out for a better view of the action. Use a back or spread gesture, which will bring you to a zoomed out view where you can still see the planets, but fleets are represented as colored dots. If you zoom out again, you'll see the sector view, which shows you the entire sector in one screen. Each sector contains about 30 to 40 players. Each dot represents 1 planet. The green dots are planets that you have colonized. The gray dots are unoccupied planets. And blue or red dots may be seen as well, which stand for allied or enemy-owned planets, respectively. The white square indicates what you'll see if you zoom back in. However, you may also click anywhere in the sector to jump to that point. Zooming out one more time allows you to see the entire galaxy, which consists of a number of sectors that are linked together by wormholes, indicated by light blue dots. The quickest way to give an order to one of your fleets is through Quick Move. You simply select a fleet, click the Quick Move button, then double-click where you want the fleet to move. You can zoom out if necessary while doing this. Note that the status under the fleet tells you how long the action is expected to take, and the green line shows you where the fleet is moving. You won't see the fleet moving immediately because space is a slow game, but rest assured the fleet has started the action. If we speed up the game for demonstration purposes, you'll see the fleet start moving. To give more detailed orders to your fleet, you'll need to use the queue. Because Space Uncharted is a slow game, and you'll only be logging in once in a while, you can use the queue to order several actions to be done in turn. For example, let's give this fleet a few orders. We'll first instruct it to move to a point. Then colonize a planet, and then load some resources. The orders don't take effect until we go back to the game view. Note that the green lines show all of the actions in the fleet's queue. If we decide to change the fleet's orders, we can go back to the queue and make the changes. For example, click and hold on an action, and then reorder it to where you'd like. You can swipe to delete an action. And you can set which action you'd like to be the current action, and the queue will continue from that point, only returning to the top of the queue when it reaches the last order. If you'd like to have the unit repeat the same orders in a loop, click the loop button on the right. There are several other actions that fleets can take, including setting stances to automate behavior when encountering players and units, splitting the fleet, merging with other fleets, and trading with allies. You can also queue orders on your planets, such as building ships. For example, you can build a transport. To be able to build other types of ships or upgraded ships, your factory will need to add production lines. For example, let's add a production line for building level 1 fighters. Note that you can only add production lines to the planet up to the level of the factory. So to add a level 2 fighter production line to this planet, we'd first have to build a level 2 factory. Other buildings you can build include warehouses, which increase the amount of storage for resources, defensive batteries, which are strong buildings used for defending your planets, and trading posts, which enable you to use transport ships to trade resources with allies for profit. Now that you know the basics, good luck exploring the galaxy. For more information and for other tutorials, visit spaceuncharted.com.